الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الحمد لله الحمد لله الذي جعلنا من الشاكرين أشرفنا بالمنتظرات من حبيبه محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فسبحان الذي نور العالمين ونهر بنور عرش الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونبي له وسيلنا شهادتنا نرجو قبولها بحرمة وحيها ونشهد أن سيدنا وسندنا محمد عبده وحبيبه ورسوله أرسله الله تعالى رحمة للعالمين الذي هو ناصر والمنصور بنصر الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى أصحابه أزواجه وذريته وشباب وأتباعه وخلفاء الراشدين ومرشدين المهديين من بعده ووزراءه الكاملين بآله خصوصا منهم أئمة الخلفاء رسول الله على الطريق أمرائه المؤمنين حضرة أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي ذوي القدر الجليل ورباقية الصحابة والتابعين رضوان الله تعالى عليهم أجمعين أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون اتقوا الله تعالى إن الله مع الذين اتقوا الذين هم محسنون قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المنزل عن نبي المرسل وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون ما أريد منهم من رزق وما أريد أن يطعمون إن الله هو الرزاق ذو قوة المتين صدق الله تعالى ربنا الكريم أيها المؤمنون الحاضرون السلام عليكم Jumuah Mubarak to everyone. بسم الله حقيقة today حديث جابر رضي الله تعالى عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم Prophet said صلى الله عليه وسلم that one of the decree لا إله إلا الله the best zikr is لا إله إلا الله أفضل dua the best dua is Alhamdulillah. صدق الرسول الذي قيل في شأن محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. مشكور. Running to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to his Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to our Shaykh. Grants us understanding through our minds and through our hearts. It's the last day of Muharram. Moon is, according to astronomical tables, continuing tonight, 3 o'clock in the morning, which means by sunset tomorrow, so we may see it. 16 hours. On the Safar, because I deliberately didn't read the Khutba for Safar. It's Haqq, who knows more than me, hundreds and thousands and millions of times. He put hadith from Prophet, La adwa, la tiyara, la safar, no contagion, no bad omen, no safar. The tradition that Safar is a month. Trying to understand, I'm not going to go more than that now. I really betrayed myself. I wasn't going to bring it up. He said, no contagion also. How would you be no contagion? We didn't say, Jibril's book of Forge Hadith. No. But there's another one, which was going where I didn't want to go with this. We were stopping before. Prophet ﷺ was traveling with his camel. He came to a village where the people there also had camels in the desert. And someone came out from the village to stop Prophet before he reached the village or camp or whatever it was. He said, Ya Rasulullah, don't enter here. Why? All the camels have mange, skin infection for animals, especially camels and horses. We're afraid the infection may jump to your camel. The Prophet ﷺ is reported to have said, who infected the first one? Who infected the first one? Especially in COVID and everything that's happened recently. Monkeypox coming in. Always this one. You look in history, there's always this. Epidemics and pandemics. Always how they say, who infected the first one? Shaykh Hashem. Shaykh Hashem, Allah bless him. He was sitting one day and he said, how come this was maybe 2 years at the beginning of this, it was getting into food? See, he said, how come they're not asking? Why is no one asking if this virus is an obedient servant? Modern looking, everything is mechanical. Nothing has a spirit or nothing has something behind it. An existence more than a divided material and immaterial, physical and non-physical. This is a piece of wood only. Prophet ﷺ, he used to give khutbah before they built the minbar in Medina. He used to give khutbah leaning on a palm tree. They cut a palm and was leaning on that, giving khutbah. When they made the nice new minbar, he went up on the minbar and they saw the palm tree crying. I had one pair of glasses, metal, maybe plastic is going, so I changed. When leaving the house today to get book by looking at the old glasses. No, can't be that. To separate the material from the spiritual is the modern way of looking at it. I got interested in astrology, the old time astrology, which is the same as astronomy. They were mixed, the same science. And they weren't looking, I'm not an expert on just readings, but it became apparent they weren't looking at the sun and the moon and the planets and the stars as being for the material things. They had personalities or representing personalities. Hashem said, when a person is born, a star is created for them in heaven. It's an old tradition. When that person passes away, that's still. That there are, if you look at the astrology of Ibn Arabi, and like that, the star, the high sphere represented beings, intelligences that had their effect on what goes on Earth. Not only the mass of Jupiter is great and the gravitational, no, there was something else. For everything, there was something else they were looking at and believing in. He said, when you look at something or someone, you have to think, I'm looking at a being that was created in the form of another being, another best, especially for human beings. Human beings is created to be Khalifatullah. I intended to, I did, but I intended definitely my way. He does what he intends. Like that's what I intended not to do it. He does it. Nothing to stop him. I need a deputy for myself on earth. First one, say that. Every human being is representing different names of Allah subhanahu, different realities. Look at somebody, person, the form, Su'ar, Ram, Rahim, those beautiful names, only endless names we don't know. And those names are also symbols. Allah, you can say, oh, Rahman is symbolic for Allah. You can imagine what it is. They're symbols for things we can't imagine. Basically, Allah is not like anything. Or but he's seeing and hearing. He has attributes and names. He's not like anything. And human beings are created by his different names, representing. Deputy for what? One might be Abdul Rahman, one might be Abdul Rahim, one might be Abdul Qudus, one might be Abdul Jabbar. You look at somebody, you're looking for Jabbar or Qudus or Rahman or Rahim. See the manifestation of something. He said, Shaykh Muhammad, I will be out. Self-standing by himself, with himself, through his essence. Ahad al-Samad. Absolute one, not in need for anything. Standing by himself, nothing else keeps supporting him. Peace. Nothing you can say about it. Don't say Ya Ahad, you won't be recognized. Don't say Ya Ahad, who's saying Ya Ahad? There's no two with Ahad. If somebody saying, oh, I'm saying, who's you? There's no you and me in that. Then, time will be that. Mamuhit bi sifat. Attributes, holy sifat, is surrounding everything, like an ocean. Attributes. Alam tara ila see your Lord, who's the shadow, makes the sun its guide, it's the leader. He's there, but you can't see him, but you see his effects. Ohit Sifatik, who the Jalabi as Mike, so his name's appearing. Zahru Biabarik, showing up, appearing according to his actions. See the sunrise in the morning, see the sunset at night, see the moon coming through 28, 29 Menzi stages, see the rotation of the stars. His acts, see the clouds moving, see the rain coming, see the drought coming, see the winds blowing. Signs. Waves coming, the tides moving, the planets moving in their orbits. Acts. Batin, hidden. According to what no one knows except you. Give a person, what's the purpose of all these things we're saying? The stars have a beam, the planets have a beam, representing such another existence, higher existence. To give people a sense of wonder. Wonder. We pass our days, one used to say, you're like the sheep or the horses or the cows. He took me 10 years with sheep and cows and horses to take lessons. Daylight, heads down, eating. Nighttime, heads down, eating. Raining, eating. Snowing, eating. Wind blowing, especially horses. 3 in the morning, eating. 3 in the afternoon, head down. Look up. I never saw a sheep or a horse. Up. I don't mean only looking up at the sky, I need to raise our awareness. You go through the people alone. That's how you do it. The Prophet is made to say in Holy Quran, oh people, if you want Allah to love you, follow me. Follow me. The Prophet was looking up. Wasn't content only to be on earth doing prayings and wudu. It was going up. His aspiration was towards heaven. His invitation was to heaven. Calling people to heaven. To offer it. Well, Shaykh Nazim, he said my favorite word in English language, eternity. Eternity. We look at everything as if it was cut and dried. This is a piece of wood, that's a carpet, this is a metal, that's a electronic. There's wonder behind it that we don't see and we pass by it. Holy Quran says, how many signs of Allah they passed by completely unaware. True? How many of our signs they passed by as they're sleeping? We are awake. Awake. Shaykh used to use every minute to try to find something. Told the story many times. Shaykh Nazim was in Shaykh Hashem had a conference, Islamic conference in Los Angeles, 1995 or 1996. When Shaykh came there, he's in a high-rise hotel with big picture windows. Never expect to see him in that setting. There, and passing our time, restaurant, and teacup to the floor. He wasn't like that. He said, come, we went to the window, look. Look out, there's a pool, the whole wall was the window. And the neighbors were the other skyscrapers in downtown Los Angeles. Look. Imagine that you came here from another planet, Mars or Neptune or these planets. Okay. 2 travelers came. And you looked at these huge buildings. Look at these huge buildings. One turns to the other and said, who built these things? We're visiting Earth for the first time. Who built these tremendous buildings? And the other other one says, oh, my friend, look down. Look down from the sky. You see, you ever saw people from the skyscraper, you look down, it's like looking at a microscope. Amoeba, the body, you see two protrusions coming on. It's the legs walking. It's the amoeba going across a petri dish. These amoebas, they built these huge things. Yes. Oh, wow, yeah, that's it. It's a sign that people are more than their physical bodies. How they were able to build it. We saw an ant hill 1,500 feet tall. Means we have human beings something more than our physical power. We have an unusual power. Who designed these buildings? Who intended to make these buildings? And then who carried out their intention? Huh? To think. You have to think. He said, if you think deeply about such things, it leads you to the door of the one. Look at the sign and think. Like that, more than meditation, think about his signs. It's not orders. Think. Everything that is science related to something higher. It's not mechanical. The stars and planets are not aimless pieces of rock moving mechanically, or their movement is precision behind it. Always he said there's more, you can go higher also. And you can go beyond that also. Prophet went through all of those levels. He reached Kal Kosei, Adna. It wasn't the final point. Who goes like or nearer? Or nearer means continue, more. It's the end. No, there's more. We can't even tell you, can't hear it. Someone follow along with the Barak of Ta'ala. Right, the Korea of Quran. I'm standing in the book. I'll see who. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل وكفى بالله شهيدا محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. He is enough to be witness. قبل الكاملين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى أصحابه أجمعين هذه النبي وتكريم وكرم شان شديد وقال عز وجل قائلا مطيعا إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد داعي أمته إلى دار الله guides human beings to the pleasure of Allah. أفكار العرب والأجل مولانا والمولى والنبي المختار سيدنا القاسم محمد يا أيها المشركون إنهم جماعة يخرجون شفاعة وسلموا عليهم وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى سيدنا محمد كما صليت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد وبارك اللهم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد كما باركت على سيدنا إبراهيم وعلى آل سيدنا إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وصحبه أجمعين. بارك فيما هديت وعافنا فيما عافيت وعافنا فيما توليت وبارك فيما عافيت وكل واشركنا شر ما قضيت فإنك تقضي ويقضى عليك وإنه لا يذل من وليت ما يجزي تبارك ربنا وتعاليت لك الحمد لله قضيت استغفرك وأتوب إليك. صلى الله على النبي وعلى آله وصحبه والمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين واغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم وانصرهم عدوك وعدوهم يا أرحم الراحمين يا مفتح الأبواب وافتح خير الباب يا بارك الله يا بارك الله يا بارك الله يا بارك الله إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
اللهم صل على سيدنا وعلى ال سيدنا